sixth Parsha, the pasuk says, "Avraham zaqem ba bayamim, v'Hashem berach et Avraham bakol." HaKadosh Baruch Hu gave a bracha to Avraham bakol, everything. So the Gemara in Baba Batra in ShliachTzibur says what the bakol means, the different idea of what the bakol means. That HaKadosh Baruch Hu gave him a bat, a daughter, a bakol or ben even. What exactly it means? Rav Shimon ben Lazar Omer, Gemara in Baba Batra and is brought in ShliachTzibur also, the same memra, that Rav Shimon ben Lazar says, Margalit Tova Aita LeAvraham Avinu Tiliya B'Tzavaro. It was a big stone, a margalit, precious stone, was hanged on Avraham B'Tzavaro, on his neck. Shekol Cholesh Sheroye Ota Miyad Nitrapeh. Whoever was sick, was looking at that margalit, was get cured. So what exactly it means, very simply understanding of the memra means that when you're sick, you come and look at it, you get cured. It was a hospital. You come here and Avraham Avinu was the doctor, the medicine also. You come, you look at Avraham, nitrape, gets cured. So it's a simple meaning, but Arglinsky asks, brings from the Mefarshim, that we didn't find Avraham Avinu was a doctor or anything close to that. What is Avraham Avinu? We look at Avraham Avinu, a pillar of emunah. Avraham Avinu was a person that started the emunah to Hashem. It's true that in his generation we had other people that really they had emunah to HaKadosh Baruch Hu as a creator of the world. At that time, Shem at the yeshiva, Shem ve'ever, yeshiva Shem ve'ever. Shem was the son of Noach. He lived before the Mabul 100 years, and he was for a year in the Teva, and he came out, and clearly he knew who is Hashem, the Creator. And he had a yeshiva in the time of Avraham. There are other people, they did know Hashem. What is so unique about Avraham? Avraham, he didn't go to the yeshiva of Shem ve'ever to learn about Hashem. Avraham, he got it from his own. He was the one that thought about it. Step by step, look at the Midrash says, you look at the sun, how is it the sun? Oh, sun is the creator. No, at night there is no sun, therefore there should be somebody is giving the power to the sun. Step by step, he came to realize there should be a hidden Borei Olam, a hidden creator. He is the founder of Klal Israel, because he wasn't a person learned it from somebody else. He himself got it. That's why he's so strong pillar of emunah, because he himself got to the point. He was so strong, was so powerful in this area of emunah to Hashem, that he is the founder. He is the one that all Klal Israel are relying on him. As the from the beginning till then, we know that Avraham Avinu was the one that he would go out and would discuss with the people. He wasn't sitting like Shema ever in yeshiva, that people should come to him. He would go and open the discussion with people, with the Obadiah Avodah Zarah, to prove to them Emunah to Hashem. Because he was the one, he went through that system, he went through those questions, and he got to the conclusion that there is a Borei Echad. He was able to convince other people because he was the one, he had all this question. And the Gemara says the Masechet Avodah Zarah of Avraham Avinu was 400 pages. Which means to say, all the question about the Avodah Zarah and everything, he had himself and he went through it and it was proven to him that there is a Borei Olam Echad Miyuchad. That's why he was expert in this area. Is the Emunah of Klal Yisrael comes from him. So, Margalit Tuva Ayat Tole Besavaro, which means to say that not a physical cure. Whoever had any question, whoever was, so to speak, sick in this area, he was weak in his emunah, would come and look at Avraham Avinu, he would be cured. Because he had the answer, because he went through it. There was no question that it couldn't be able to be answered. This is the emunah of Avraham. What he was telling them, the midrash, very simple midrash. We go through it. When his father appointed him to be on a place that they came to worship, they said, okay, give me, sell me this statue. He says, what is this statue? How old are you? 40, 50. This statue was built yesterday. You're older than him. How could you worship this? That's a very simple midrash that we learn. But it needs a lot of explanation. Nefesh HaChaim, Reb Chaim Volozhiner, he explains in the beginning, in the Bereshit, when HaKadosh Baruch Hu wanted to create the Adam HaRishon, the Pasuk says, B'Tselem Elokim Bara'oto, which means in a form of Elokim, which needs a lot of explanation. What does it mean, B'Tselem Elokim? A person, Adam HaRishon, a human being, was created B'Tselem Elokim. He goes on to explain what that this Tselem Elokim that everybody is bothered by, what does exactly it means. Very briefly, he says that first of all, Kidmutenu Ketzalmenu Kidmutenu, which means HaKadosh Baruch Hu says, let's create a creature that Kidmutenu is like us. It doesn't mean that Chas v'Shalom, this creature Adam is exactly like Hashem. It means there are some similarities. Kidmutenu, we use that lashon other places, that the Torah has some similarities. This human being, this Adam, that HaKadosh Baruch Hu is going to create, has some similarities to Hashem. Tselem, Elokim. Elokim is one of the names of Hashem. Now, this creature, Adam, has some similarities to Elokim. Now, what is Elokim? Nefesh HaChaim goes on to say, we find in the Torah, the word Elokim is referring to many things. A shofet, a judge, is called Elohim. Malachim also, they were called Elohim. So, and Elohim also is the name of Hashem. And Nefesh HaChaim brings, we have in Shulchan Aruch, says, when a person says the word Elohim, Elohim, he has to have in mind that HaKadosh Baruch Hu is the power of all the powers. Ba'ala Yecholet Kulam. Which means to say, there are a lot of powers. The word Elohim means Ba'al Koach, means a person has a power, has a position, could do. HaKadosh Baruch Hu is Elokei HaElokim, is the power of all the powers. Means anything, anybody that has a power, his power, he gets it from Hashem. That's why it's Elokei HaElokim. Who is the real Eloka? It's Hashem. But there's a lot of other powers too that HaKadosh Baruch Hu created to run the world. That's why in Shema Yisrael we say Hashem, Elokim, Emet. And we are not allowed to make interruption between Elokim and Emet. We have to say it all together. You don't say Hashem, Elokim and wait and then say Emet. No. You wait with the Chazan, you say Hashem, Elokim, Emet. Why? Because the real Emet, he has to do with, goes with the Elokim, because HaKadosh Baruch Hu is the real, the Emet Elokim. Because there are other powers too. HaKadosh Baruch Hu, the system that HaKadosh Baruch Hu is, the way that he runs the world, he guides the world. He has a lot of malachim to run the world, but HaKadosh Baruch Hu, every second, he gives them power to run the world. Even a shofet, a judge is called Elohim. He has some power. But everything is through Hashem. So Rambam explains that the whole concept of Avodah Zarah that started, how was it? They came and they said, okay, HaKadosh Baruch Hu gave power to this kochav, to this star, and to that star another power, to that star another power to run the world. So since HaKadosh Baruch Hu chose this kochavim, these stars, and gave them some position, he gave them some power to run the world, so after the Melech, Kamelech, they are servants of Hashem, and Hashem chose them. So we have to respect them. That's how you start the Avodah Zarah. Gradually afterwards, they bring a korban for this star, for that star, and Rambam explains that gradually it came that they forgot there is another power above all of them that guides them. They just brought korban to this kochav, to this star. Avraham came and told them, hey, wake up. You bring a korban to this power. Why? There is another power above this power. HaKadosh Baruch Hu is running everything. They were bringing korban or worshipping this kochav, this star. Why? Because HaKadosh Baruch Hu gave the thing. But they forgot. They has a habit. They came to just worship this kochav, this star, or this power, or that power. Because the power comes from it. They saw it. They had the knowledge. They knew which power comes from which star. That's superficially they saw it. Gradually they forgot there is a power above all the powers. Elokei Elokim. Avraham Avinu came in, told them, hey, stop. There's only one power. And this is really the second commandment. Lo ihyeh lecha Elohim acherim. There shouldn't be any other Elohim. What does it mean? Anything that superficially you see in the world, there is a power, you have to know there is a power above that. HaKadosh Baruch Hu is running all the powers. Elohei kesef ve'Elohei zahav. And money is a power. Yeah, superficially, on the surface, money talks. And it's a kind of avodah zarah. We forgot for a second that any power that exists in the world, HaKadosh Baruch Hu is running it. For a second we think money talks. For a second we think kavod. There is another power. That's why Avram comes in. You have to have emunah to HaKadosh Baruch Hu straight. There is no other power. You think this kochav at those times or nowadays, that powers became Elokei Za'av, Elokei Kesef, or other powers in our lifetime. Oh, the guy in the White House, he has a power, he could do things. We have an army, they could do. Jews are very smart, they could do. We have a power. There is a power above everything. That's our emunah that we got from Abraham. That's what Abraham was teaching them, was discussing with them. What do you think? You have money, you're smart, you have a position. Are these positions or money or a kavod or whatever, there are powers that you say, oh, this power doing something for me. Emunah, the real emunah, Hashem Elokim Emet. When we say twice a day, we say Shema Yisrael Hashem Elokim Emet, we have to realize the real power is Emet, Emedic power, is Hashem. That's not your sechel, you're smart, your money, you have a position, you have all this, there are things that running your life for you. Hashem Elokim Emet. That was the teaching of Avraham Avinu. Hashem Berachet Avram Bakol. You have everything. That Bakol, Rav Shimon ben Lazar in Gemara says that was a Margalia Tuva Taloi Be'etzavaro Shel Avraham. Everybody was cured. The emunah of Avraham, when he was talking to them, realize where all this come from. It's from the one above. This is the pillar of emunah of Avraham. Got to the shoresh, to the source of all the powers. So the Zohar is a simple thing, that how the way that human being is, the nature of a human being is, it was then and now. There was a dog came barking, and the guy afraid from this dog, and he got the stick and beat the dog. The dog has a pain, so he has to run away. No, it's not a joke. He cannot deal with this guy, so he runs away, and with the stick he goes after, runs away the dog. So the guy, okay, the dog is off. Okay, he puts the stick and goes. The dog comes back and he sees that the stick, afraid, scares from that stick. Thinks that the stick, what caused him to have a pain? That the stick. That's how the dog thinks. And he goes closer, no. The stick is there, goes there. And he gets upset, he wants to revenge from the stick that he caused the pain, and gets and bites it and crush it. Why? Because this dog thinks this is the stick. This is the story, our story. We don't look step behind. Elokei ha-Elokim. We just see the stick. Because the stick, I got bitten by a stick, had some pain. My money gives, I bought my bread with the money. Oh, the money has a power. I thought on an idea, I'm smart. Oh, see? My brain did it for me. Who is holding that stick? Who gave you that brain? Hashem Elokim Emet. Elokei HaElokim. Every second, every moment, a person thinks that like this is the Avraham. Avraham taught us that. How to think, not superficially everything that you see, simply he has the power, that idea, my talent, my money, my brain, my position, or not mine, somebody, oh, he has the money, he's smart, they have the good army. And it makes a big difference, how do we think? And this is a lesson of Avraham. That's what the Rishon ben Lazar says, Hashem berachet Avraham bakol. If you think that way, Avraham had it, he had everything. Let's move on to an example. We see, we talked about it yesterday. I just want to elaborate what we talked about it yesterday. The Pasuk says, after Eliezer, we go through the Parsha, we see from the beginning till then, it doesn't mention the name of Eliezer. From the beginning till then, all of the, whatever it says, Eved Avram. Eved Avram repeats any time that the Torah wants to mention the name, doesn't say Eliezer, it says Eved Avram. Why? Because it really was the Eved. He was proud of it. He was proud that he is the Eved Abraham. Then you start, let me talk. He said, Anochi Eved Abraham. He's like proud. You're everything. I'm proud. I'm Eved. Yeah, he was proud. Anochi Eved Abraham. And really he was. He was totally battled to Avram. Everything was Avram. He didn't do anything else. But why Avram was zochet to such a eved? Oh, such a thing. A person should have such a eved. He trusts him. He signs everything, all his belonging, gives it to him. Go find for Yitzchak Avinu, my son, that 100 years I davened for the son that I went through a Akedah for it. Now it's in your hand. Go find a wife. Oops. It was zucher to such an Eved. It's only because Avraham himself was an Eved Hashem. He was zucher to that. That's a midah keneged midah. You are like that, you are being given Eved like that. So he comes after the all nisim that happened, the kafisat haderech that happened to him, a journey that would take 17 days, he goes only on a few hours. After when he sees, oh, Rivka comes in and the water comes up for her. And all this nisim that happened. And he says, the daughter, the girl that is I ask her to give me a glass of water, he would give me and the camels, and she did exactly. Mishta'eh was so wow. Ooh. After all the nisim happened to him, gives the jewelry to her, and they come home. So let's look, how is the scenario there? Who we are talking about? Lavan, Betuel. And they wanted to kill him. And the Midrash says that they want to put a food in front of him, they poisoned the food because they wanted to kill him. Why? Because the moment that Lavan saw, oh, her sister has jewelry on here, what happened? What happened? And he got the story. Oh, this Eliezer, the Eved of Avram, you know Avram. Avram was famous. He came, he wants to me for as a kala. Lavan right away. Pinit et abayit, the pasuk says. He empty out from all the avodah zarah that they have in the house. What happened? Lavan. Who we are talking about? Lavan, this is the same Lavan that made such a big deal when Rachel, his daughter, stole his avodah zarah to took with her. He came and with the whole army for Yaakov.   Why did you start? He was such a person. Now what happened?   He was zucher to such a eved. 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 Panitet abayit. He took all the Zara out of the house. Why? Oh, says Eliezer, money? Money talks. He has the money. I get rid of all my avodah zarah. Why to bring? He has money. He has jewelry and so. Right away, they want to kill him. Poison his food. They don't care who Avram is, why they come here, his sister, not sister. That wasn't an issue for him. Kill him. They want to kill him. Shouldn't forget, the Midrash says Eliezer wasn't a type of a person you can just kill him. He was, a big black guy. You cannot touch him. So what they do? What should we do? So let's poison his food. That's the only way to get rid of him. Yeah, that's what they think. So they comes in. They want to poison his food. That's the only way. They put the food in front of him. Eliezer, being so devoted to Avram, he says, no, I cannot taste anything till I talk. I have to say what I have to say. I have a mission. My mission is to come take Rivka. I'm not going to touch anything. I have to speak. Ooh. Now, Lavan and Bethuel are waiting for him just finish talking. That's not time of a drasha, giving drasha now. Let me go, And just eat your food. Now, look at the Pasuk, how Pasuk puts this. Then after he says, you see, everything from Hashem made the Kafisat HaDerech, a journey of 70 seconds for a few hours, and this, everything. Now, I just was saying tefillah to Hashem that Hashem should, this girl should come to me and offer me this. Everything happened exactly. You see everything from Hashem. That's how he start talking. Now, him yeshchem osim chesed ve'emet im Adonai yagidu li ve'im la yagidu li v'fnei al yam l'smar. Now, you want to give me Rivka? If yes, yes. If not, I go. Vayan Lavan u'Bethuel, and the Lavan and Bethuel, they answered, Ma'ashem yatsa davar. Everything is from Hashem. Wow, great. Everything you said, do. Ma'ashem yatsa davar. Now, Lavan, he's not a believer. Ma'ashem yatsa davar. And this Yesod, we know it from here. Yesterday we asked. Ma'ashem yatsa davar. Who you are to say Ma'ashem yatsa davar? Not only that. He says, Vayan Lavan u'Bethuel. First Lavan, then Bethuel. He is talking in front of his father. And the Northern Farshim says, really, his father was sitting. He jumps and no, Ma'ashem yatsa davar, let's finish it up. He wanted to tell Eliezer, don't think we are the family, we are Baal Midot. Yeah, what do you want? He showed not being polite. He wanted that Eliezer should give up. That's why he jumped in front of his father and talked. Okay, that's what he wanted. Ma'ashem yatsa davar, we cannot talk. Man, you cannot talk. The way that you told us this story, everything is exactly from Hashem. They are not believers. They just want, take care and go. Just eat your food. And that's it. Whatever you say, okay, good. What happens? Okay. Thank you, Hashem. Start eating. What happened? Meanwhile, that he was talking, the Malach came and he put it in front of Bethuel. You know the story. Bethuel dies. Bethuel dies. Hashem yatsa davar. Lavan, we know, is a Ramai. He said that it doesn't work. You cannot kill this guy. You know, he said it as a fan, joking. Hashem yatsa davar. Oh, just finish up your saying. Yeah, you're right. Hashem yatsa davar. He makes fun of that sentence. Now, go back from your words. Didn't he change the Yaakov Avinu's reward many times? 100 times. So he said, you know, our father died. True, we accepted that, you know, our father dies. Wait, go back till a year and we'll see. He could go back, but he didn't. Why not? Because he himself agreed to. Vaya'an Lavan ubtuel. Not only because of the father agreed to it, he himself agreed that yes, Hashem yatsa davar. Now he couldn't change, go back from anything. Because he himself said. Now think about it. What's going on here? He said Hashem yatsa davar. It's everything from Hashem. He said it, not that he believed in it. He just wanted him to finish up your drasha. I'm going to go. That's the whole reason he said it. That sentence that he said, Hashem yatsa davar, is proven to him, Hashem yatsa davar. HaKadosh Baruch Hu says, I want this. Yo, you get up, you show your rishut that you are taught first. That's the cause that Hashem yatsa davar, that this deal should go through. Hashem yatsa davar. That's why we know it exactly from here, Hashem yatsa davar, which means all you think that you could change, you are a person that you believe on your tricks, you could poison the food, you could show that you are not polite, that changed his mind, you think you by making fun and all this you could change. Hashem yatsa davar. HaKadosh Baruch Hu Elokei Elokim. HaKadosh Baruch Hu is running the show. That's why we know this yesod from here. Hashem yatsa davar. Here we see exactly how these people, they are relying on their chokhmah, they are relying on their power, they are relying on this, I'm going to kill him. Exactly then Hashem yatsa davar. Hashem wants this to happen, happens. And Avram is, Eliezer, Eved Avram is zoche to all this. Not even Avram, because Avram taught Eliezer and he got his lesson. He's such a person, Eliezer, Eved Avram, he's an Eved. He's proud to being Eved. Why? Because he got his lesson from the pillar of the Emunah, Avraham. And it comes, are we going to daven like Eliezer? That by the river we say we daven a girl that comes and he offers me a drink and he goes, we are not in such a, but Eliezer was, because he got it from Avram. And we should get the lesson from Avram because he's our father. And that's why it says here, learn from Avram. This is the degree of Avram, what Avram is teaching us. A pillar of emunah. Don't rely on anything. Is it right? Do it. The lesson that we learn from Abraham, Margalia Tuva, B'Savura Shel Abraham, whoever comes and gets cured. That's the teaching of Abraham. How to have emunah with HaKadosh Baruch Hu. And always, when you say Hashem Elokim Emet, we have to know Hashem Elokim Emet to realize the meaning of it. Hashem is the real Elokim, not any other power. There are two commandments, Asarat HaDiberot. Ani Hashem Elokecha, everybody believes. The Avram came in after that everybody believes there is a creator, Anochi Hashem Elokecha. The second, Asarat HaDiberot, Lo hiye lecha Elohim hacherim. He is the only one, no other power. It's not only Avodah Zarah. When we say this, oh, I'm not Avodah Zarah. How do you know you are not? Do you rely on your money? Do you rely on your talent? Do you rely on your sechel? Lo iya lecha Elohim. Elohim, what does it mean? A power that HaKadosh Baruch Hu appointed. It's not only a power in the sky there, any power anywhere. Anything that you think has a power. The stick has a power. Oh, I got the stick of pain. That has a power. This is the teaching of Avraham Avinu. We have to have in mind whenever we say Hashem Elokim Emet.